Hello, beautiful beings. I'm going to close my eyes, tap into the collective energy, and see what is needing to be expressed and to come out right now and see where we're all at. And this is usually a process I do when I'm on my own and I'm meditating and I'll write things down. But today I thought I would just go with the flow, go with the process, and do it on the spot. So give me 1 minute here. Yeah, foundations. Okay. Okay, yeah. So there is a huge divide. This is a war on consciousness, and there's a reminder to stand in your truth right now, to stand in your own beliefs, to stand in your own resonance of what you feel, and trust that knowing, trust your feelings, and trust what you are internally receiving, because the energies that are being projected right now have so much fear behind what they are saying that it is almost hijacking. It is a need to prove, it is a need to feel heard and seen. It's very egoic and it's very mental. It's the opposite of emotional. So there's this abuse that is happening and that has happened for many, many lifetimes on our feminine energy. And this is why in my Instagram, I say I am a protector of the divine feminine. I feel like it is crucial right now to embody your feminine energy. So, what do I mean by this? Feminine energy is a space holder, it is the catalyst. It can bring life into this world. It is psychic, it knows, it feels without any word being said. It sees all that is within the unknown and the unseen. This energy has been so abused and neglected and conditioned to not feel, and the world that we are splitting into, the reality we are creating, is giving birth and rise to feminine energy. This is a rebirth and an awakening. So if you resonate with the term spiritual awakening, this message is for you, and you will feel the energy because it is a resonance, it is a frequency, and it is a feeling. It doesn't actually matter the physical words that I am saying. You will internally feel the truth because there is nothing to prove, and you are learning how to listen with your heart and with your energy and your emotions. That is a new level of thinking. That is a new awareness we are gaining. We are moving out of more of a mental based energy and into more of a resonance of the heart. This is a level of consciousness. This is a frequency that is a gift and will be given to those, and all have it within them, but given to those with the ability to be able to listen and to hold space for others. So right now there is a lot of projection when it comes to your opinions, your beliefs, and your own truth. And I want to remind everyone that the energy of someone who stands in their power, knows themselves, does not need to prove anything. They are a leader, they are a teacher, and they are being. And it's classic. What do people do to other people that are empowered? Naturally, you disempower them. It's like being on a playground with bullies. There is so much energetic bullying taking place right now that we are needing to really sit back and hold that space. So for everyone that is more empathic and more sensitive, understand that this is only going to intensify because this has always been a human right to have. There is a sixth sense, but these six senses are coming in the form of what I call, not even what I call, it's being able to interpret energy. It's understanding we live in two worlds. We have two bodies. We have many, but we have an energetic body that is being rebirthed right now. There is a process that is allowing us to see everything we are not and everything we do not resonate with now. And we are able to hold that space because we understand there is nothing to prove, and you are able to listen and receive. So regardless of what someone is saying or reacting to, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to prove anything, but there's a disbalance in that type of relationship because it's not cohesive. It's not in harmony. And for us to hold that space in our feminine energy, to feel everything that someone is projecting onto us because they're only interpreting it in a mental capacity because they are unable to feel what they're saying on an energetic level, we are the ones that internalize that feeling for them and take that on. And now we are reaching a point where we understand that is not our energy to take on. That is not our responsibility to embody or to make up for the lack of feeling that you are choosing. This energy is going to be extremely psychic. It is going to be a sense of knowing. You will just know things about people and what they're saying behind the physical words. The masks are off. You can feel their intention because of their unintentional words and how they are unintentionally creating that energy behind them. So there is no more manipulation because it doesn't matter what is physically being presented. You are gaining this new sight to your feelings, and that will not lie to you. Your heart will not lie to you. So understanding, you going within, you checking in with your own self, you asking yourself, because wow, you are like a Google search engine and you can type that all in within yourself and develop your own understanding because that awareness is there because you receive the information on an energetic level. It's not about having a logical, practical way to internalize it or seeking the physical validation. This is a sense of knowing, and this sense of knowing is our greatest strength. And that is why this power has been so suppressed for so many lifetimes. So get ready to understand the energy that's being created, understand that you have a responsibility now to transmute that energy through the love frequency. So when someone is bringing that fear into your reality, they are unconsciously disrupting and taking away your free will to feel, which is not okay. And because we are in a space where we can listen to someone and what they are saying with no judgment, understanding everyone has free will and a right to be heard and express, we can hold that space for them, but we don't have to take that on. And because we're operating from a heart space, you're able to transmute that energy. Where someone who's operating out of a fear-based reaction, if they're not getting the outcome they're wanting, they throw a temper tantrum, they get louder. This is childlike behavior because they're not able to express or they don't feel heard or like you're understanding. But the difference is, you're not trying to prove anything. You're just listening to them. And they're the ones that are creating a lot of noise because they don't want to learn how to listen or to hear themselves speak or think or feel. So moving forward, you have the responsibility with this new human body, this human template, to understand how powerful your emotions and feelings are, and understand you are sensitive and that is a gift. You feel every subtle energy. You understand what is behind the words. You feel when something is out of balance or untrue, and you are strong enough and developed enough to make that choice based upon your feelings. This will not only help you live more comfortably in this new reality, but it will help you integrate all of this information that you are receiving and practically apply it to your life. You're learning how to create from your own energy source and your own centers moving forward that you're creating within to create your external reality. We understand that we can use this earth as a tool to create our own reality from our own energy, which comes from your being. But when someone's being is hijacked or out of alignment, or they're subscribed to another channel, another program that tells them differently, they will fight tooth and nail to defend their own belief. So when you are operating from a higher consciousness where you can just be, a lot of times that attracts other energies that don't know how to just be, which is why they subscribe to these other channels or need that validation from someone else. And what they're doing is just projecting a lot of their own belief onto you. They're using your energy to speak to themselves. And you are a reflection of everything that they are choosing not to be, and it's vice versa. This world, this split, this duality is bringing this energy up so you can see past the physical, past the body, and see the energy that you're holding space for and with, the energy you're co-creating together from, and that it's not in alignment, and their reflection of you and you being a reflection of them is a remembrance, it's an alignment, it's a resonance to say, hey, this isn't working. So in a sense, that duality is needed, and that is why this split is happening. And there's two options: fear or love. And like I've said before in my other videos, this is a frequency, this is a resonance, and it's about learning to speak another language through listening to what your body is receiving. That is why what's happening in the world right now, if you can see it from a non-physical perspective, this is how I receive it. I see the world as a being, as a consciousness, and I see us as the physical aspect operating that consciousness. So right now, there is a dis-ease or a virus within our consciousness, and that is being reflected in physical form. We are human and we are energy in physical bodies. So together, we are collectively sharing one energy. We share this planet and we share all of these streams of energy that are available to us. So people that are aligning to a higher sense of self or going through a spiritual awakening is just the remembrance of their spirit, of their soul, of their purpose, in the sense of who am I and what did my energy come here to create with and from. And when there is all these programs or illusions in place in our consciousness from who we've been told to be, or the environment we were raised in, there is a time and space that's needed to go inward, to create space, to move away, to be by yourself, to be alone, to sit with your feelings. That is why a lot of people are going crazy right now, because they're not giving themselves the time to sit with themselves and to feel. They're waiting for things to just be normal, and it's like you're missing the whole point of what the outer reality is telling you. This is a reflection of you, and it is saying, let's go within, let's analyze our own being. What is out of alignment with us? Where is the war inside of my own self? Where are my fears within my own sense of security and safety? There's an independence that's being gained and a clearing of these lower energies, so that when things start operating more functionally, when that change starts to shift, you will literally be rebirthed into a new world. But the difference is you are moving out of a fear-based reality, out of a 3D physical reality, and you are giving birth to yourself. You are giving birth to your own being, and that being is your own reality in physical form that you are creating your world from, with the connection and the support and that alignment, that remembrance to your energy, and how to utilize this physical space that we live in, that you're able to manifest your abundance. You're able to live in that abundance. It's not getting caught up in, I don't have this, or how is this going to happen? You know it will happen. You know how you feel, and you know where those adjustments are being needed. So if there's anything you're holding on to right now that you know is out of alignment for your being, understand that if you make a fear-based choice to, let's say, stay in that reality, that is your conscious choice. If you understand, I trust and have faith and I live in the vibration of love, I understand that as I clear this energy, I will receive a more of a higher energy that is a match to me and the current me that I am, because all of this energy is coming from the past. It's getting us to sit with ourselves and see everything we have unconsciously created from, because this reality is very conscious. It is very intentional. Your words have power. Your thoughts have power. There is more of a connection and an understanding to all of the energies in our lives we are creating with, and the energy we create from within. You are your own source, and you are stabilizing that connection. So a lot of these energies right now are integrating so many activations, and I see it as like our DNA is upgrading. And I want to get into this a little bit. So I've really been feeling the foundations of this world are shifting, and the relationship we have in all forms are shifting. And this split, this divide that we're feeling energetically, is being brought up to make those adjustments so that we can purge what is no longer serving us energetically, because we understand that our soul comes here to grow and to be liberated from, and that when you are conscious of this, you make those necessary shifts because you understand that everyone here working together, including your own family and the jobs you sign up for, are all here to help bring more of you out, for you to see yourself. They're a reflection of you. So, having what I call an earth family now, I'm able to see the perspective of, okay, this is the family I was born into. I understand my soul has certain contracts that have been karmically tied and looped to them. I'm understanding that we are walking libraries and we have access to what's called your Akashic records, and that this frequency we're moving into, for a lot of people, this is a lifetime of completion. And what I mean by that is, A, if you resonate and feel like it could be your last lifetime on this planet, it probably is. I know a lot of old souls have come back here to make the necessary shift in consciousness, to be the way showers, to guide other people into the vibration of love, which is also called Christ consciousness. And it's a conscious evolution that's available to us. That is the gift that is happening now from all of the space we are clearing and created from. So, with our families, these contracts are being completed. A lot of us are learning the lesson of, how do I create boundaries coming from a place of love with full compassion towards humanity. So, I love you so much. I understand I need to move on and I need to grow on my own. This is an initiation we are moving through and going through as a collective, and for those individuals who are resonating with this information. So, the earth family and the friends and the relationships we've built in all forms are shifting. Now, with this new sensitivity, with this new human template we're operating from, it is very psychic. Like I said, you feel, and that is all you need in this case to make your decisions. And that is the beginning. We're finally remembering how to feel, because we can finally see what the energies are bringing into our lives and where it is stopping your growth, and where someone is stepping in front of you and when someone is standing beside you and bettering your empowerment, your growth, and your own self. So that these contracts, they're being completed. And moving forward, it's giving space for us to integrate, for us to feel, for us to sit with these feelings, for us to make the adjustments in our lives that were built on more dense energies that are no longer us. And there's this remembrance that is happening. And for me, my dreams have been very active. I've been dreaming a lot about other planets and being on other planets, getting my other families, getting onto spaceships and deciding I was coming to Earth. And the message I was receiving from these dreams was that we are preparing our physical bodies right now. There is an initiation to move our energy into the highest timeline for ourselves, into the highest energetic shift for ourselves, into the environment that will help support and grow our energies, where a lot of us were born into exactly who we are not. And understanding now there's a forgiveness that's taking place, where we are able to clear that energy finally, merge the past with the present now, no longer create karma on this planet, because we are intentional and conscious of what we are creating and preparing for our future self, our future timeline, or what I call our higher self. The version of us that understands and sees and knows exactly who we are and what we need, and stepping into that energy, knowing what you want and shifting and making it happen. So the remembrance of our star family, our soul family, is coming back to us now, because the shift internally has started that catalyst of healing, but the shift has also allowed for that conscious upgrade for us. And this is what I see as multidimensional consciousness, allowing a higher consciousness to embody our being, because we are aware of the thoughts we are receiving are not coming from us. The feelings we are receiving are not coming from us. We are the antennas and the receivers. And when you know how to receive, you know how to feel, you know how to hold that space. You've created a solid foundation within yourself. You have physically purged what is no longer serving you, that is not aligning with your highest timeline and future self. And you are now able to contain the energies that are coming in that you are so rightfully and divinely able to receive. It's so beautiful. I don't even know what I just said. Okay, let me see what else is coming through. Yeah, so this template, this initiation is like it's like a practice run. That's why there's been a little time and space that's been created for us to integrate, initiate, reprogram, restructure, understand. Oh, wow, our consciousness, the multidimensional aspect now is able to, it is starting to tap into the unconscious. And what I mean by this is your dreams and that space that you go to when you sleep and you put your physical body to sleep, our bodies remember. That is why we need to start trusting our feelings. That is why when you sleep and you do this work, you've created such a clear channel for yourself to receive. You've moved through a lot of the static, and you are able to access this realm, this unlimited realm of creation and imagination, where your thoughts are unlimited. There is no physical block like us being in our physical bodies. And that is such a true gift that we have, to use the dream space to receive higher information. So setting an intention before you sleep to connect to your family, your star family, to connect to any energies that you're needing to purge. Allow your dreams, your subconscious, to come through, because it's there to help bring awareness to any unconscious aspects in us. It's literally us asking ourselves, what is the work I'm needing to do? And showing our own selves, being your own therapist, being your own Google engine. You are everything you need. You are literally a walking, infinite library. And the consciousness that is coming in now is a gift for us to create a much higher reality for us, because there has been so many shifts in how we perceive this world and how we see ourselves within this world. We see the energy we are and the space we take up, and we are re-empowering that. And we see what happens when we find other people that are also operating from a higher frequency, and what we can create together. That is the gift. There's so much collective collaboration coming together right now, to literally shift and change worlds. Okay, so the other thing that I want to talk about now, because it's coming to me, is this is a lot of energy. My heart is racing, I'm shaking, I'm cold. And this is a totally normal sensation to feel when you are receiving such high vibrational energy. And understanding this information is not coming from you. You are the channel, you are the conduit that is able to receive. You are a match to that frequency. You choose what channel, what frequency you want to subscribe to, or what program you want to tell yourself and limit yourself from. You are unlimited, and you have the ability to unprogram, to deconstruct that, to remove any limiting belief, to be limitless. It's actually that easy. It actually is all from within. So with this remembrance that is coming through, I'll share a dream that I had with you, where I've had about 3 dreams of this, and I've been meeting children on other planets who are indigo children, rainbow children, crystalline children, starseed children. These were all words that were new to me. And what I've learned so far from like sitting with this information is The shift that we are creating now, oh my God, the shift that we are creating now is building a foundation energetically. It is creating a resonance that is high enough for these children, for these energies, some who have never been to Earth, to physically manifest. And we have that ability through the energies we've created when two healed people and two people on that journey start creating together and create another being, giving birth to a body that is so much more connected and tapped in to their DNA and their vibration, where a lot of us were created from parents unconsciously. A lot of their beliefs, a lot of their wounds, a lot of their traumas were passed down to us. The ones who are doing the work, the black sheeps of the family or the rainbow sheeps, you are able to clear that energy through your own healing. You have that ability. You are able to clear your karma from previous past lifetimes. You are able to heal your DNA within your lineage through this connection and building a new body within us to receive and activate more of our DNA, more of our consciousness. We are giving life to it. And it starts with us. It is like this wave that is coming about. This earth is finally ready enough to bring this information here where it's like you will not be persecuted in the same way. I mean, that stuff, of course, still happens, but the point is like with social media too, there's more awareness. There's so much information floating around, which is why your discernment is so important with what you receive and what you feel as your own truth, not from what your programs or the conditions you were brought into have created for you. And that is why taking your power back and standing in your alignment and your being and your connection is so powerful. So the children that are coming here now, their physical bodies are able to manifest here. They're able to exist here, and this relates to another dream I had where these beings were telling me, they can't come here in physical form yet. The vibration isn't high enough yet. Just like how we would literally explode if we went up to them, which would feel more like a psychosis, where we are intended to be the grounding rods. And that is why the strength we are building and then collectively creating this crystalline grid around the planet is able to receive so much more. And it really feels like the next, yeah, this is kind of broad, but for me, it really feels like the next like 4 years are a huge level of purging and integration where you will learn so much about your energy and who you are as a frequency, as your energetic pure being, because you are no longer stuck in who am I physically, about any physical issue or ailment you have with yourself. There's a higher perspective to that. You understand there's a much bigger reason and purpose for you to be here, and that we're all gifts and we're all creation and keys to unlock this much bigger universe together to help assist one another grow and remind each other of who we are and better ourselves. It's absolutely beautiful. So these children are coming into the planet and they, okay, so with this template, this body that's being upgraded right now, I see it as it's crystalline energy. And what that means is we're moving out of this physical being and we are activating our highest vibrations, the highest DNA within us, the highest level of our body to interpret and to understand. And that's why this split is happening. And it's going to be very difficult to resonate with certain energies and frequencies, which is why it is so important to stand in your own truth. And because of the work that we have done this far, it is able to clear so much of that energy through us learning our lesson and breaking that cycle, that the children now that are coming into this planet and these grid systems that are being activated on the planet are channeling these light codes, this higher vibrational energy, which is why when someone goes through an awakening or a spiritual awakening, this is the information that starts coming through. And for example, for me, I did not talk about these things or even know about these things like 3 years ago. And finally, it's my time to express them because I understand it's not mine. I'm just here to help bring that information and that frequency and that resonance through to assist others in their own growth and their own awakening. I am a student of the universe and I am building my connection, and it spreads this energy that magnetizes more of us to connect to one another and to resonate and vibrate with each other. So I know I keep getting sidetracked, but like this is the power of your mind. And for me being ADD, it's like so many different streams come in all at once, and grounding it in this way is how I get the information through. So I'm not just a ball of energy. So the crystalline energy for the 10th time is giving rise to these kids to come into this body, to this planet, to have an understanding and a remembrance of who they are because of the work we've done and that we are clearing. They are coming in remembering their other lifetimes on and off this planet. We are able to hold space and receive that information and nurture it and help keep that innocence, help keep that level of connection so that they don't lose that connection as they, like the age of 7, as they become more conscious and they start moving out of that flow that they were in because they're fresh out of that source of energy. So it's really important for us as adults to help nurture those aspects within these kids, because the information is not only a remembrance of who they are, it is information that is so unlocking. They are coming here to literally change the world, to better the world. So, this crystalline DNA, this shift in energy that we're assisting in, is allowing the next wave or the next generation to fully express, live in their truth and their remembrance to help shift and change the world. So, kids that are just going to be like so intelligent, speaking about things at their age, and you're like, how do you know this? And understanding, get past the physical. It doesn't matter about what our physical bodies are in age. The soul has no age. Your mental consciousness and your emotional connection to your soul, they're coming here in mastery, fully developed. So for us to physically hold that space for them is massive. So in my dreams, they're coming here with, like in my dreams, they'll show me like their telepathic abilities. They can create life and energy. I've had a few friends who have been pregnant and I've like dreamt about their children and what they've looked like or the sex of the baby and just like dreaming about them. And I wake up and they either don't know they're pregnant or then they find out. And yeah, it's mind blowing because that is a space we have access to. And because we're so limited in the physical reality we live in, that is why it's so important for us to utilize the dream space, because it's an unlimited plane of creation where any blocks in our consciousness and how we perceive this physical world are removed in that space. They are brought to our awareness. So when you're not dreaming about something subconscious or the movie you just watched, you can really use that space to have what I call visitations from other souls, other spirits, other beings, to start developing that level of connection because it comes from you. And then us physically coming back here and integrating that level of connection and that understanding in physical form. That remembrance is coming back. So really listen to your dreams and do this physical work if you so choose to help give yourself that opportunity to access your dreams in that way. So these kids are a catalyst of remembrance, and I'm just like so grateful to be here at this time to see where this world goes and what is created with the amount of support they will have, and to nurture that aspect within them. And in these dreams, they're like hyper intelligent. I'm like, how old are you? But they look so young. A lot of these kids too are, they show themselves as hybrids. Like I'll see other beings and they're like a mix between human DNA and whatever being this is. And yeah, it's crazy. It's just like this whole remembrance of these other worlds and dimensions are coming back. So this is why it's so important to understand your earth being, your earth family, the earth relationships you have, and program them in a way where they're unlimited. They are You are able to create anything and everything. You understand the relationships and connections for your growth and what is needed, breaking those cycles, bringing remembrance to who we were before we came here. And that question always blows my mind about where did we come from? And those are the type of questions that will spark these types of thoughts for you to really feel that information. So, yeah, get ready for a huge shift in foundations, a huge sense of remembrance. It's a lot, so like take some time to integrate what I just said and really feel it and resonate with it. And please, I would appreciate so much if you took the time to comment and just let me know if this resonates with you and with what you're feeling and what you're going through, because for everyone that is sensitive and empathic and receiving this type of information, building that community and that structure and support system, not only within our own selves, but supporting one another moving through this energy, I really value. And I feel like that's really important. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. I hope this resonates. Bye.